So one of the important things about generating energy from the tides is knowing exactly what flow is approaching the turbine blades of an underwater turbine. And to do that, you need a good measurement, and that's what we're doing here. So at each corner of the instrument, we have a measurement sensor, and in the center, we have a battery and data logging pack. And that's fitted to a deployment frame, which we put down onto the seabed. And then in a month's time, we're going to use a buoyancy system to lift that back to the surface to recover it. And when we get it back, we can then take the data from inside the unit and analyze that back in the lab. And then in the future, when we deploy this unit next to a tidal turbine, we'll be able to see very accurately the incoming flow and also the response of the turbine to that. And when you put those two pieces of the jigsaw together, with the science and the industry coming together, then you can really make progress and develop much better systems in the future.
The main purpose of these tools is to kind of break down those initial barriers for companies looking to enter the industry, saving time and saving costs. Obviously, there's decisions such as site selection, the length of cabling that's going to be needed if they do put a turbine there. These tools are all created with the aim of making these decisions readily accessible and open source. We're encouraging supply chain companies to use these tools to gather the data and feedback so we can progress the industry as a whole.
It's been underwater for a month, collecting wave and current data. The recovery has gone well. They actuated the recovery system and the device rose up to the surface and was towed back to shore. Meta and the SELKIE have worked together to really show this stepping stone approach through the test area. So they started with quite a low technology readiness level device, and they've moved up through the sites, first at the Criterion Jetty, now we're at Warrior Way. It just shows how the technology has developed, and they've worked through the sites to get where they want to be today.
Marine renewable energy is growing, but it's not yet very well known. So the more we can understand it and the more we can reduce risk in the sector, the more likely it is to happen. So we can very accurately measure the sea, and that will give us a more accurate prediction of the energy you can capture from that particular tidal site. So with better measurements, you get better predictions, and from that you get a more financially viable commercial project.